Good day. Today we'll speak about search for scientific articles. Services for searching scientific articles on the internet. During their studies, students and graduate students more than once face the need to search for scientific articles, to prepare seminars and speeches, to write their own scientific works. In this case, not always the necessary information can be found on the shelves of libraries. It is here that one has to turn for help to internet resources. True, the second problem immediately arises: the lack of knowledge of the algorithm for the search for scientific publications. Search engines do not always give the opportunity to find articles that you can really refer to when writing papers. Instead of full-fledged articles, they give out either their brief characteristics, references in essays and diplomas, or offer to read articles that often cannot be attributed to full-fledged scientific publications. The best way out in this situation will be to visit sites for searching scientific articles, online libraries, and archives. Finding science articles with scienceresearch.com. Science Search is a system for searching for publications on the largest scientific publication houses and databases. Brief descriptions or dissertations and abstracts are available, as well as full text of documents. To work with the system does not require registration, just enter the name of the article, the author or keywords, and click on the search button. Search for scientific articles by keywords. To find a scientific article, you can use your search by keyword. Using the above resources, type in the search box keywords to get the necessary scientific articles. You can use not only the global internet libraries to search for articles, but also visit the official websites of regional libraries. Today, most of them offer their users not only to use the electronic catalog, but also to familiarize themselves with electronic versions of articles from popular scientific collections and journals. In addition, if you need an article from a particular journal, you need to find the official websites of the periodical and search for the necessary material on it. Tips for finding a scientific article. When searching for a material, a situation may arise when an article found on a particular resource is paid. In this case, do not rush to pay for access to view. It is necessary to try to search for the same article using other resources, online libraries. It is possible that on another site it is provided absolutely free. Of course, we have given far from a complete list of useful resources. Most sites and libraries are highly specialized and offer their visitors articles on a specific topic: medical, technical, humanitarian. In order to correctly analyze the term in the text on the topic of virtual reality, it is necessary, first of all, to deal with the very concept of the term. Find out what difficulties may arise during the translation. Term concept. The interest of translations to the problem of translating foreign vocabulary in the field of virtual reality is currently growing rapidly. The primary and most urgent problem in working with foreign text in this area is the choice of suitable equivalent to a newly emerging concept. The key and most informative words that carry the main meaning in the text of the subject are terms. It is quite difficult to give a clear definition of the word term, since there is currently no generally accepted definition of this concept. One of the main reasons for disagreement is that the terms are used in many spheres of human activity, and each of them based on their own concept and ideas. tries to identify their own natural features and special words. In the explanatory translation dictionary, the following definitions are given to the term term. The term is a word or phrase of a special language created to accurately express special concepts and designate special items. The main difference of the term from other categories of words is its information richness. The term is a part of a specific system. For the emergence of the term, there are always some historical background. The term should strive for ambiguity with a specific terminological field and not cause negative associations outside of it. The term is stylistically neutral. One of the controversial characteristics of the term is the requirement of brevity. Thus, summing up the above material on the problem of defining the term, it can be noted that the term has a tendency toward ambiguity, but this does not mean its complete independence from the context. Classification of terms. Each language subsystem has a special vocabulary, the specifics of which are difficult to understand without a deep study of the subsystem itself. Particular attention should be paid to the classification of terms by scope, since this distinction of concepts is fundamental in this work. From this point of view, the terms are divided into universal and unique. These terms are the most important tools for cognition and the means of fixing in the language of designation's new development. Ways and problems of translation of terms. The terms arise in the language in order to specify information, transfer it in a more concise and precise form, minimizing probability of arbitrary interpretation of the text.